Hey guys, welcome to the level 2 algebra preparation questions. This is question 3 in this series. So today's question is this one here. As usual, pause the video, have a look at the question, see how far you can go with this question. All right, and then we'll go through the answers. Okay, so basically what we have is we've got a yellow square that's placed inside a green square, and we're trying to find the width of the green frame around the yellow square. So we're trying to figure out what this width here is. All right, and it says if the green region is 120 meters squared. So basically what we're doing is we're taking the green square, finding the area for that, subtract the yellow square, and when we subtract it, we end up with 120 meters squared. Okay, now putting this into the formulas, like substituting the formulas, so the green square's base is 4n plus 3, so base times height is going to be 4n plus 3 times 4n plus 3 minus, we have the yellow square, which is n minus 1, which is the base and the height, and all of this is equal to 120. One other thing I'd recommend you guys to do is put a big square bracket around the n minus 1 squareds, because you have this negative sign here which will impact every single sign of that n minus 1 squared expression. Okay, so expanding 4n plus 3, the two brackets, I will end up with 16n squared plus 24n plus 9 minus, and inside the square bracket I'm going to get n squared minus 2n plus 1, and all of this is equal to 120. So the next step is to get rid of the square brackets. So I've got minus n squared plus 2n minus 1, and all of this is still equal to 120. So the next part is simplifying this equation. So I've got 15n squared, because 16n squared minus n squared is 15n squared, 24n and 2n is 26n, and then I've got 8 plus 8 equals 120. So next step, 15n squared plus 26n plus 8, and I've got minus 120 equals to 0. So simplifying this, I've got 15n squared plus 26n minus 112, and that's equal to 0. Now this is a nasty looking quadratic here. I don't think you would want to be doing this quadratic through, how do I say it, like partial factorization. Is just going to take you a long time to try and figure this out. My suggestion is I would actually put this in the graphics calculator and get the two solutions for it. I mean, if you have time, you can actually use the quadratic formula and do the work as well. But yeah, I'm just mindful of time. If you use the graphics calculator, what you should get is you should get two values for x. So the first value would be x is equal to 2, and the second value is it'll be negative 3.733. all right, now obviously we can't have, because if you have negative 3.733, that means one of your sides, especially the yellow square, if you have negative 3. Wrong color, let's try a different color. If you have negative 3.733 minus 1, that's going to equal negative 4.73. And you can't really have a negative 4.73 as one of the sides of the square. So then that actually is not correct. So that means, sorry, I shouldn't have put it as x, I should have put it as n. That means n is equal to 2. All right? But remember, that's not what the question's actually asking you. The question's actually asking you what is the width of the green frame around the yellow square. So that means I need to figure out what the green base is. So green base is equal to 4n plus 3, which means it's going to equal 4 times 2 plus 3, which is equal to 11. The next thing I need to look at is the yellow base, which equals to n minus 1. So in that case, it's going to be 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1. But you know, this is giving us what the green base is. So if I was to draw a little shape here, so what we have is the green's base is equal to 11, and the yellow base is equal to 1. That means the width between here and here, so we can kind of say that's width and width. So what we have is 2w plus 1, which is the width of the yellow base. All of that equals 11, which is the base of the green square. So rearranging this, I'm going to get 2w equals 11 minus 1, 2w equals to 10, and then I can say that w equals 10 divided by 2, so w equals 5. So we can say width equals 5 meters in this case. Okay, lots of little tricks and lots of little extra little bits to do, but yeah, that's just a nice little trick question just to keep in mind. Alright guys, that's basically it for this short little video here. If you have any questions, pop it in the comments below. As usual, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.